A new study on teen vaping suggests a disturbing link to one's mental health. Last year, more than 2.5 million middle and high school students reported using e-cigarette products, and more than a quarter were daily users, according to the CDC. A survey of about 2,000 teens and young adults found those who vape were more likely to report symptoms of anxiety or depression. Let's bring in Dr. Loren Wold. He is a professor and associate dean for research at Ohio State University's College of Medicine. Doctor, what's your reaction to the study?
Thanks so much for having me, Catherine. What's really interesting about this study is that we really didn't appreciate the association between vaping, both vaping with nicotine and or vaping with THC, and the potential implications with mental health challenges, particularly in youth and young adults. And I think what this study has brought to light is the underreported association between vaping and mental health challenges. And I think what we need to now focus on is looking at, is this a causative factor, which is, are the users using vaping to combat the feelings of depression, anxiety, etc., or is it potentially is the vaping causing the issues with mental health?
Doctor, I'm asking you to speculate, but what's your instinct here about this causal relationship?
Yeah, it's a great question, and I think there's a lot of research done on vaping with nicotine. Vaping with THC is really a new use of the product, and so we really don't know the causative nature. We do know that, especially in preclinical models, in basic studies, that vaping is associated with changes in brain chemistry, changes in neurocognitive function. But I think this is really the first comprehensive study in this population of users showing the potential issue with vaping and causing mental health challenges. And so I think we can now begin to dissect the potential causative relationship.
Why are teens turning to vaping in such big numbers?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think part of the issue is marketing and what has been done with marketing for by the companies, and making it look as a exciting, fun thing to do, if you will, a normal thing that's being done. These products are offered in the local markets on the shelves, and so the availability is there, and others are doing it. And so I think there's the issues of peer pressure, as well as you know the just the availability and the normalization of these behaviors, and the ability to really hide them, if you will. There's my colleagues who work in high schools and middle schools find students hiding in the bathroom every day using these products.
Yeah, that's right. So that takes us to the next question. What's your advice for parents on this issue?
Yeah. So my advice would be that we need to begin to talk about these issues. Are the youth experiencing depression symptoms of anxiety? Talking about the use of vaping products. We know that vaping has significant issues with the lungs as well as the heart, and the unfortunate reality is when these young adults are beginning to use the products at such a young age, what are the implications later in life? And these products are new. We are just beginning to understand the basic mechanisms of what the vaping causes within the various organ systems. And so, talking about it and talking about how we just don't know what the implications are for future health, as well as future health of offspring.
Dr. Lauren, we'll have to have you back when you've got some more data on that specific piece on the future health implications. Thank you.
That'd be great. Thanks so much for having me.
Sure.